Good morning, ladies and Jose, students of Precalculus. Welcome again to room 15 where it never ends. Bryce, I hope, will be rejoining us shortly. But we left it just sort of initially discussing this problem on Friday, and we didn't quite complete it. We kind of looked at it, and anybody figure out something on this problem since then?
I finished it.
Oh, you finished it? What did you get for your answer for this?
I said 0.5 to the right.
0.5 to the right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you got for that? Okay. Well, as it turns out, that's not what it is. And so this is one where what you have is you have the mirror of a flashlight and it as a paraboloid of revolution. And so I'm going to go sketch what that looks like. So you have a paraboloid of revolution, which is going to look something like this. So a paraboloid means a cross-sectional area is going to look like that. So it's going to give you your reflected like a flashlight, and that's about, it's 2-point-something inches is what that is across. So it's probably pretty realistic in terms of what numbers it would be. And so basically you have your vertex here at 0, 0. And then if you have a flashlight that's 6 centimeters in diameter, so if this is 6 centimeters, from here to here, and you have a depth here of 2 centimeters, what that does is it gives you, if we have a vertex and one other point, we can find our equation for our, so what's going to be the coordinate pair for this point up here on this edge?
3.
So
6.
3, 2.
Because it's 6 across.
3, 2, right?
3, 2.
3, 2. And this is something we did, if you remember, we did something like this back in Algebra 2 honors.
I remember these.
And it's been a long time ago, but we did
Are they
that.
all going to be drawn like that? Because Friday when we did it, you had that turn. We didn't draw it like that Friday.
Yeah, and here's the thing about it is what I find, and it sort of depends on what type of equation you're given. If you're given one like this, where we had our x, y, where we're given an x and y thing, I like to turn it up, because then it makes it a function. If I do a rightward facing one, it would be not a function, right? Because we would be failing the vertical line test. So I just find that it's easier to work it this way.
So why did we draw it the other way Friday?
Oh, because we've been working on using those types of equations, the left and rightward opening. You could do it that way too, but I think this way just makes it a little easier. And you're going to see here pretty shortly why that's the case. Well, that's a really good question. So f of x, we're going to put in, you can make it in vertex form, which is a, and we have x minus h squared plus k. That's our vertex form of our quadratic equation. And so we know that h is 0 and k is 0. So we're going to just have this as f of x equals ax squared is what that's going to look like. And so what do we put in here for this equation?
Can't you use what 3, 2?
3, 2, yeah. So how we
2
equals
a times 3 squared.
a times 3 squared. So we'll put that as a equals 9a, right? Let me just write that, I'm gonna write that out more distinctly. So A times 3 squared, right? So we get 2 is equal to 9A. So A is equal to 2/9. Okay, so now we know what that is. And so we know that our equation is going to be f of x equals 2/9 x squared.
Right,
Is that right?
right.
Okay, now, what are we going to do next with this thing? Well, we want to get it, to find our focus, we want to put this in the form of x squared equals 4py, right? How do we get this in the form of x squared equals 4py? I'm going to rewrite this f of x as y. So y equals 2/9 x squared. How do we get it in this form here? Yeah, so we could divide by 2/9 actually. Let me move this over here like this. Gotta get out of the way. Yeah, so if we multiply by 9/2, we're going to get x, so these will cancel. So we get x squared is equal to 9/2 y. And so what can we do now to find the focus? We have this equation, this system over here. So what can we do? So what is 4p going to be? 9/2, right? So 4p is equal to 9/2. So what is p equal to? You divide by 4. So we divide by 4. So p is equal to 9/8 inches. And that's going to be equal to point, I think, 1125 centimeters. It's going to be centimeters, right? I put inches, I meant to put centimeters.
It'd be 1.125.
1.125, thank you. So let me put the decimal in the right place. 1.125, thank you. Okay. All right. Make sure I can see everything here. Yeah, barely. Okay. Questions on that one? Okay, let's go to this next one. It's number 60, very similar to 59, so I want you to go ahead and do this one. While you're working on this one, I'm going to pass some of the work you've been doing last week. Back. And I'll call somebody here in 3 minutes.
Well, it was, Mr. D, it was yogurt and I had strawberries in it, but this is the rice cake and I was dipping it in the yogurt. Waffles and gravy.
I hope Mrs. Bobovec doesn't watch this video.
No.
What do you think Mrs. Bobovec would do if she watched this video and heard us talking about food?
She would get mad. Mr. D. But remember you said that,
She may or may not, I don't know.
Can I just take a picture of her waffles and gravy?
Mr. G, I can't not eat.
That's right, because because what is about the dimensions of your physical body?
You said that little girls have to eat more
Right, because of what? Because of what?
because of metabolism.
Well, it's because smaller people have a higher surface area to mass ratio, which means you're going to be radiating a lot of heat. You radiate proportionally a lot more heat than I do, just because you're a smaller person.
So that means I just have to eat more.
You have to eat more often, yeah, eat more. You don't eat more than I do, but per body weight you have to stay alive.
Yes. That's what I was asking, I didn't know if I needed to leave it in a fraction or not. Well, the fraction would just be 2 over 6. Because like we left it in a fraction of the.
So we are leaving it as 6 point or 2 of.
No, I'm putting it as 0.32. Because that makes more sense to me. But
Man, my gravy don't like moving. Oh, Mr. T. Oh, x squared equals 4py. So y over 1 equals x squared.
I think it has to be in fraction.
What'd you get? Y over
What's
1.
the expression of it?
Because
It would be y
when
divided
you're
by.
changing it to the x squared equals 4py,
Yeah.
you multiply by the reciprocal. But if you leave it in a decimal, then you get x squared equals y divided by 0.32.
0.32, yeah. What's
So
wrong with
what
that?
do you do? What do you do after that then?
I don't know.
How do you find 4p with it in a fraction like that?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I
You
think
could
it
just put like you could put 1 over 0.32 and then like plus y over 1 plus y. Or not plus, it should be.
Eventually.
Okay, I'll call on somebody. A lot of good discussion going on here today, that's really good.
I have y over 0.32 equals.
I just separated the y into 0.32, so I did 0.32 times 1.
Okay, for this one, we have Joe.
I guess it is 1 over 0.32 equals 4p.
It would be 4py. Why is it not 4py? Because x squared equals 4py. So why are we substituting
No,
x
4py
squared?
equals, we're not doing anything x squared. We're just looking at this equation and looking at this equation and saying that since this and this both equal x squared, this must equal this.
I know, but what you're doing is, you see, you're substituting x squared for that, right? Because, okay,
We're leaving out y and we're leaving out x squared.
how do we know that 4p is equal to this?
Because look at this equation.
X squared equals.
Never.
So it's not, so this is a p, it's 4p.
And so now I got equal to and then divided by 4 because it's correct. And then you have
And then it would be 22.5.
where'd you get for B? Zebra?
Wait, 4p y, so x squared equals, yes, that's what I have to do, what you have to that. Are you trying to find x or y? What are you trying to find?
What B is?
Did you tell your boss you got a star?
That's 4.
I did.
So you just divide this, you
Yes.
divide by 4. Correct?
Oh my gosh. 0.32. In the fraction. Why
Oh,
did she just get a
it's,
star?
2
Well, she asked a good
divided
question at the beginning of class.
6.25.
Remember last work, why did you orient your,
I got it.
Right.
2 over.
a good que, wasn't that a good
Do
question?
I get a star for my waffles and gravy?
How would you put it in fractions?
Creative
Do I get a
meal.
star for noticing?
Yeah, Gabby
This
noticed your mistake.
is what it is,
Oh,
so it'd
who-
be 2 over 6.25.
You know what's a mistake? See-
What do you
The
think?
1.12 that I need this.
Yeah, good, okay, that's good.
I noticed if I-
It would be
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay, so
Oh.
that equals 4.
No, but I need this is.
Yeah, I know, you're right.
That's
You're
do I
right.
have
So
to-
that's why you want-
I haven't even done anything. I'm gonna put in random.
Did you say that?
X squares this,
Yes.
equals it.
Yeah.
X squares equals this.
Good.
Yes.
Divided by 4 is this.
I understand that
Thank you
equals
for
4B.
recognizing.
So why did you have
This is what I'm trying to find B.
Thank you, Mr. G.
Because I'm still in the fraction, instead of changing it to a decimal. Does that make
I keep
sense?
getting points on A.
Because you multiply by the reciprocal, that's what we did here.
That counts as law.
Still, you're good,
Oh my
A
gosh.
cow is O.
Oh, I have
So
it.
wait,
Ding, 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 ding.
This was 1.78.
That's what I got. She
Yes.
missed a step, she didn't multiply by others.
Hey, what's 0.32 in a fraction?
Okay, Jose, where'd you get?
It's just 2 over 6.25.
Got it?
What,
You
did you do
just
it?
leave it, you know.
Victoria, did you do it like that?
Uh-huh, and that
Okay,
makes
we
sense
did
to
it
me.
like we did it.
Well, just like the steps, because I followed the steps under one, so leaving it a fraction made more sense for me to follow.
Yeah, let me see that. Let me see it
That's,
for one.
that's why.
For some reason, I don't like fractions.
Oh, I don't know.
like them, but.
Well, I don't like them, but leaving it in a thing made more sense.
I have like a chunk of something in here.
Mr. G, this is all.
This is nasty now.
Yes, this is.
Eat that chunk.
Yeah,
Is there more left?
yeah.
Anybody know what we're doing in Mr. Wiley today? We have a lot of movement in this classroom right now.
I never got called. He said everyone is doing it. Oh no. Two stars. She got 4 stars. Wait, why'd she hate you? Like, I'm at the third school.
Mr. G,
Yeah.
this is so.
Thankfully, they didn't fit her.
Mr. D, can I have one of your disinfectant wipes?
Yeah, go ahead.
The front cover that look. I am not familiar.
Not a comma.
I realized that.
I'm sorry.
Why does it look like that? Looks like a man, like a little, what's it called? A little stick bugs.
Yeah, crawling up the.
The K.
Don't call it that.
Sorry.
Why? You don't call them my name? Come stick close?
There's that.
Yeah, there's two different things.
And I think that looks like a stick bug, not a.
Oh, stick bugs are brown.
Yeah.
Mantis are green.
Yeah.
But they do look like sticks. They look just like sticks.
I'll call stick bugs.
I wonder what made them stick bugs.
They do. Like, I think they're sticks until they start moving. Oh, no, this is
What is it? You eat your
fruit,
whole lunch.
bear fruit bowls. Bear
You know what I really like? I like those little nerd waffles. You know what I'm talking about?
Collectible card
No
in
way.
each one.
No way, man. I was never much of
Listen, guys, fun fact, crocodiles roll over their prey to make them dizzy.
I do that.
You do that?
Yes, I'll do that.
Do your best. 4 rolls.
And I'm not talking about sushi.
There's a challenge. Try to do 3 forward rolls in a row. And there's another video that says,
Yeah, so,
Great job.
what it is, the book says .78125 feet is what it says.
Yeah.
So is that about right?
Yeah, Okay. Keep
Thank
that
you.
there for a second. I was a little lost, but he did it.
Okay, did you see what he did here?
I didn't ask you. I'm gonna try it.
So he gets, so he didn't make a sketch of what it looks like here, but it's gonna end up being the same thing as the last one. So you have up here, you have the point 2.5, comma 2. So that's, and then you have 0, 0 down here. And so that's where he got the numbers from. Is that all right, Jose?
Yes.
Like that, okay? Okay. So now,
Mr. G, that was so cool.
okay. Yeah, little tricks of the thing. Yeah, this
I
with
want to
the.
see it again.
Yeah, I'll show you again here. Okay, watch this. It didn't work out.
No, Mr. G.
I'll do it again. There we go. That's the idea.
I didn't.
Okay, here we have problem 61. Sports channel use parabolic microphone, capture all sounds from golf tournaments by season. So locate the focus, the electronic. So I think that these next ones, like 61 and 62, are actually easier than 59 and 60. So I think I can just call on somebody for this one, can't I?
You can.
Because this is in the form here. As long as it's not you.
Unless you want to like walk me through it. It's actually 60 foot.
Why?
And you know who I picked this time? Guess.
Me, Addie.
Huh?
Addie. You're the chosen one.
Okay, Mr. G. I'm ready.
Let me adjust the board one more time because,
Can I do it?
well, yeah, go ahead and do it.
Which one is it? This one or this one?
Yeah.
Both of them. Pick both of them. There you go.
Is the parabola like actually?
You have to go right in the middle, right?
Yeah. As close as possible, but.
I'm just going to go ahead and write out the equations because that helps me.
That x squared equals 10 y.
Because it's x squared equals 4py. So x squared equals 10y, so 10 is 4p.
So then,
And then so you do 10 equals 4p.
4p,
That's how we go.
and then you divide by 4. So then p equals 2.5.
Yeah.
That's the focus. Can I
Yeah.
write focus?
Yeah. And what it is, and you know how I prepared for this lesson today? What did I do to prepare for this lesson today? Well, I watched the video. I watched the video, right? I watched this video you get right here. Yeah.
Did you do a good job last time?
Well, yeah, I did. And here's the whole thing about it is there aren't one thing. What's one thing that's weird about this problem?
Just gives you the thing.
I don't see any units, I don't see any inches or feet or anything like that. So basically, whenever you don't see any units given, you just go ahead and write units. Right, and when you do that, you indicate that, hey, I looked for, I didn't see anything there, so that's units, right?
Right.
So that's one thing to look for. Okay. Thank you, that's some good work right there. Okay, problem 62.
These work well when you're growing on them.
What kind of fruit?
Let's see. The only ingredients are
For this one, we have
carrots
have
and figs.
gabs.
Those are the only ingredients.
I only have 4.
No gelatin flavors. The only ingredients are apples, pears, carrots, and then fig extract. It's not gelatinized,
Maybe
it's
it's,
fruit.
they have this, what's it called? I think it's
You think?
pectin. Maybe they use pectin.
He said it's the only ingredient. Did you eat it? Did you like it?
It has one name, Jason, it's not this.
It's definitely fruit. 0 fat, 0 sugar, 0 protein, 0 everything.
So 3 units out, right? The only thing I would add to this, just go like that, right?
Sounds good, guys. I like it.
You're such a crazy word.
Is it?
Yes. Oh, hold on
Okay.
now.
Lock that in right there.
Why is there 2?
Okay, now, so 63 and 64 are similar types of problems. So you have these suspension cables. So you got the main cables of the bridge are towers, connecting towers that are 600.
I've definitely seen it, especially.
Okay, presentation.
Haven't you guys? We've definitely seen it before.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
No, we definitely did.
Yes.
And I drew it out and I still got it wrong.
Yeah. I think it
This
was
is a hard problem. Mr. G, we've seen this question before.
You have?
Yeah,
Mhm.
and algebra 2.
Everyone in class remembers it, because we all got it wrong.
Yeah, and then he yelled at us and then.
You remember,
Yes.
Lacey?
It's kind of similar. It's not, so basically what you have
Everybody else is wrong. Everybody else is correct. You get wrong.
is a cable that go like this.
What is that?
And so basically these are 600 feet apart.
Why does that say 1?
And the thing that I find that helped with this one,
Oh yeah, why does that say 160? Or does that say 111?
it's supposed to be 110.
Or, yeah, 160, that's not it.
That's 110,
That's
yeah.
not right.
Okay, so basically, if you have this thing, you can actually set this thing up here, or vertex here, or here. I'm gonna go ahead and set it up like this, 0, 0 right here. And what's gonna be our coordinate up here?
Wait, which one is 0, 0? Because you drew 2 dots.
Right here, I think. What's gonna be right here?
300, 110.
So I'm gonna put here, I'll put here 300, 1. Actually,
Is it on that?
I'm gonna put it depends on what I make 0, 0. Because if I go ahead and make this thing 0, 0 here, then this is going to be 110 here, right?
Is there not a certain spot to make 0, 0?
No, no, there is not. In
Does it
fact,
not change the answer?
Victoria, I could go ahead if I wanted to. I could put 0, 0 over here.
Does it not change the answer?
But if I put 0, 0 over here, I would have to go ahead and make this 600 110, right? And I would make this point here like, I think it's just going to be easier.
No, it depends on what you just put.
Because what it is, basically, if you put this right here at or close to the vertex, then you have H and K easier to work with, right?
Yeah.
So that's why. I like Victoria's question today. She's giving very good thinking questions here. So you have A, and you have X minus H squared plus K. Well, in this case, we know K is going to be what? K is going to be?
0.
No. K is going to be 10. Because this is 10. This point here is going to be 0, 10.
See, so how do you know that that's 10?
Because it said it's 10 feet above the roadway at their lowest point.
Yeah. So what you have is there's a lot of detailed reading to do in this, isn't there? If you think about it that way.
This is when we think
So-
we're close.
So now what we do is, if we use this point up here, we say f of x is equal to, that's going to be 110, right? Is equal to a, and then we have x minus 0, because, and Victoria, that's what's helpful in this problem, in my opinion, because what we've done is we've set it up that h is equal to 0. So that's going to simplify our arithmetic on this.
Why don't you substitute for x? Why don't you substitute 300 for x?
Oh, I am going to do that. I am going to do that right now. So I'm just kind of backing off and showing that.
I got
So
it.
yeah, so Addie's 100% right. Okay? So we have that, and now we can go ahead and subtract 10. So we get 100 is equal to 90,000 A.
Equal to 90,000 eggs.
What's 300 squared? 90,000.
Wow.
And then if we divide by 90,000,
A is equal to.
we have, actually we go like this, 1/900th. So A is equal to 1/900th. So our equation for each of these things, because we want to find these values here that are 50 feet intervals. So here we have, this is going to be at 300 feet. This will be here at 350 feet. This will be at 400 feet here. And then, but see, really, since we have the thing oriented like we do, we have to write it instead as 50, 100,
What?
150.
How do you know that?
Yeah, what
Because
is
they're at
it?
50-foot intervals.
Yeah, we gotta go 50 feet apart. That's 150, 200, 250, and 300. So A is equal to 1, so we have our f of x is equal to 1/900th. Then we have x squared plus 10. And we can just substitute in for that. So we can do that a number of different ways. Maybe the easiest way to do it would be this. If we go to our calculator and put in like 1/900th,
No, that's not our answer.
And we're gonna put an x squared plus 10. And yeah, when we graph this thing, we're gonna see, we don't even see anything here.
No, we did.
But that's really not so important. Our table view is what's important.
Oh,
Because we'll be able to see what we are at 0 feet, at 50 feet, but what do we do to make that easier?
ask.
Second, yeah, go to ask. So we go over here to our table view, change that to ask. Now we can go in here and we can put in our values here. At 0, we should get 10.
Right.
At 50, we have that. At 100, we have that. At 150, we have that. And at 200, we have that. At 250, we have that. And at 300, we should get 110. I hope we get 110. Please be, yes it is. So they're all good. So 115 over 9. So at 50 feet, at this one right here, we get, I'll say at plus or minus 50 feet, we get 115 over 9. So that's going to be 12.8 feet. And then at 100, we get 190 over 9. So 190 over 9. So 21.1 feet. That's at 100, right?
Mr. D, you have to use the at sign because Allie's not here. So every time you write at, you have to do the at sign. Because she's watching these videos.
Oh, okay. Let's say at, I'll do it like that.
Yeah.
At plus or minus 150 feet, we have 35 feet, right? At 200 feet, that's going to be plus or minus 200 feet. We have 490 over 9, is that right?
Because you get to add all the other. Oh my gosh.
So 54.4.
This is a third, school cables are actually what cables long,
Oh, I thought it, oh. So you don't have to find the length of the entire thing from half.
Okay, at 250 feet, we have 4. Oh, I forgot 250, right? Let's do 250. At 250, we have 715 over 9. So 715 over 9. Is it 750 over 9?
7:15.
715 over 9, thank you. So 79.4 feet. So that would describe all of them. That'd be the same geometry on the other side, right? So we would have all those cable lengths like that. So it's a little busy, a little involved. So what I want you to do is go to do problem, do this one here.
Why do we have to do it 300 feet?
There's no cable there, there's a tower right there.
Uh,
There's a tower, right? So we only So we know we have a 10-foot length here, 10 foot, 12.8, 21.1, 35, 54.4, 70, 79.4, and finally we have the tower itself over here. So that's it.
You're gonna call
Okay.
it the next one?
Yeah, go ahead and work on the next one. Probably just, we have a few minutes of class left.
Oh,
So what I want you to do is just work however far you can on problem 64 and just turn in what you have. And what we're going to do tomorrow is we're just going to start on section 4.1 tomorrow. So that'll be that.
oh. So this is how you do it. This is how you do it. So but if it spans 60 feet, then why isn't this 60 feet? Why was it 30 feet and not 60 feet?
I think just means it's, since it goes behind, like that's long the distance that it's going.
How do you know this is not what
No, this needs to be 16.
What I'm going to do is show you what the answers are
I don't know.
for 64.
It's a minimum of 60.
16 is down here. From this to this is 16.
Oh.
Because it has to have 16 feet clearance. So I should be able to drive a truck that's 16 feet tall all the way from here.
You should get, maximum clearance you should get on this one is 21.33 feet.
21 point.
21.33, that's what the book gives. So just,
Yeah, we got that.
that's what you got?
Yep.
Okay, good, you guys are doing great then.
I'm just kidding, Mr. G. We didn't have time to do it.
Well, you still have a couple minutes left.